Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Nanda Nandana Gopi Jana Vallabha Radhanayaka Radhanashyam Jaya Nanda Nandana Gopi Jana Vallabha Radhanayaka Radhanashyam
Radha Krishna Pranamora. Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora
Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Jivane marane gati ara nahi mora
Jivane marane gati ara nahi mora
Kalindira kule keli karambera bana Radhana vedira opa bosa bodhu jana Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Shri Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Shama Gori Ange Divachuva Chandramera Kanda Chamara Dulabo Kabe Keribo Mukha Chandra Gatiya Mala Tirmala Dibado Hargale Adare Tuliya Dibo Karpura Tambure Shri Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora Lalita Vishakha Adi Chatusaki Prema Agyaya Kuribo Seva Charanara Vena Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasar Anudasa Seva Bilasha Kore Narottamma Dasa Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishora জীবনে মরণের গতি আর নাই মোর ললিতা বিশাখা দেবী যত সাক্ষী বৃন্দ আজ্ঞা করিব সেবা চরণার বৃন্দ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ ঠাকুর নারোত্তম ঠাকুর নারোত্তম ঠাকুর নারোত্তম ঠাকুর নারোত্তম
Kalayati nayanam Shiva
Kalayati nayanam
Shivalitam Pankajami Vamiru Marutacharitam
Kalayati
Nayanam
Shivalitam
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go Premanande, Go Premanande.
Shubhara Stotra Satashishmat Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Yudhe Shubhara Stotra Satashishmat Srila Bhaktivedanta Tirigam Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Kesari Srila Bhaktivedanta Kish Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuku Gurudevas Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Shri Sanatam Padaragnaji Jivu Parvadarashana Sat Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Shubho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Navari Madhva Dham Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Murganga Tulasi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Narasingha Bhagavan Ki Jai. Bhakti Vavaplat Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Char Shambhadaya Ki Jai. Charaja Dharma Charudham Ki Jai. Anand Puri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shankara Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Daiko Premanande Hari Hari Jai. Agyantimirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Menam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Pravaram Rajarasarasikam Cha Narayanam Tam Prapanam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramanam Prishta Bhutale Rupanuga Bhakti Tamcha Kripamurti Narayanam Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamuti Daye Ajanalam Pida Bujo Kanaka Patato Shankirtanakapitoro Kamala Yataksho Vishvambaro Dvijavaro Yugadama Palo Vande Jagapriya Karo Karuna Avataro Bhaktyavihina Aparadarakshay Kshiptascha Kamadi Tarangamade Kripa Mahitam Sharanam Prapanam Brinde Namaste Charanaravindam Vanchakalpatarupascha Kripa Sindhupeva cha Patitanam Pavanepo Vaishnavepo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So before starting the glorification of our Divine Spiritual Master, we offer our humble obeisances, lotus feet, in his divine lotus feet, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, who is also called Bhaktivinoda, friend of all the devotees and Yoga-acharya, teacher of this Yuga. So we also offer our humble obeisances and lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Tirigam Maharaj, who are his dear god brothers and friends. They three of them, they are like one soul in three bodies. And we offer our humble obeisances in the lotus feet of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who spread Krishna consciousness in the West and made the platform for Srila Gurudevas to come and bring the nectar of Braj. And our spiritual grandfather Srila Bhakti Pragan Kesha Goswami Maharaj, who awarded the title of Bhaktivedanta and gave all those the blessing to preach all over the world and to bring forward the mission of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. For my humble obeisances and lotus feet of all Rupanuga Vaishnavas and devotees of the Lord. So today, very, very auspicious day, Vyasa Püja. Vyas means diameter. Means this title was given to Dvaipayana Vedavyas, since he took measurement of all the Vedas, of all the knowledge, of all the things that are to be known in this universe. and he compiled them and structured them, and then with the help of Ganesh, he left those Vedas through his disciples for us to study and to be benefited and to be blessed by that transcendental sound vibration. So Vyasa Puja means that we worship the representative of Sri Vyasadeva, that original teacher. So our Gurudev, he is also representative of Vyasadeva. Actually, he even more glorious than Vyasadeva. Since Srila Gurudev, he took what? He took measurement, the diameter of the ocean of rasa, of the spiritual realm, of Braja, Vrindavan, of Mayapur Dham, of Puri Dham. He revealed to us Shri Krishna Lila Katanes Taksham, Audarya Madhurya Gunaischuktam, Varam Varinyang Purusham Mahantam, Tvam Shirasa Namami, Tridandinam Bhakti Shiromanim Cha, Shri Krishna Padapchi Dhritai Kiriti, Chaitanya Lilamrita Sarasaram, Narayanam Tam Satatam Prabhupade. Chaitanya Lilamrita Sarasaram. He revealed to us the nectar, the rasa of Chaitanya Lila. What is the rasa of Chaitanya Lila? Chaitanya, the significance of Chaitanya Lila is that he is tasting Braja Lila. Externally, he is brahmachari, sannyasi, grihastha. He's not. He's only accepting dasya ras, dasya bhav. But internally, him and his associates, they're tasting madhuras, and they're tasting the brajaras. So, Srila Gurudev, he revealed that Chaitanya Lilamrita, the Amrita of Chaitanya Lila, and therefore revealed the true mission and purpose of Srila Swami Prabhupada, why he came to the West, Sri Gauravani Pracharine, to give the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he revealed to us what is Gauravani. So Gurudev is true Gaura Bhakta. He is the Vyasadeva of Chaitanya Lila. He is the Vyasadeva of Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Srila Gurudev, he very expertly, especially through the help of the writings of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, he made Braja Lila, Braja Ras available to us. So wherever Gurudev went, yesterday I already spoke for 1.5 hours. So I mentioned, wherever Gurudev went, he then their Braj manifested, their Vrindavan manifested by Srila Gurudev's beautiful Harikatha, which was so captivating, so wonderful that everybody became addicted. Nobody wanted to miss even one word of that's coming from the lotus mouth of Srila Gurudev. When Srila Gurudev went anywhere, spoke anything, so hundreds of ears were hanging on Srila Gurudev's lips to hear what he has to say. When he walked, everybody would just be happy to receive one glance, one smile of Srila Gurudev. So these places where Gurudev went, nobody of us, they will ever be able to forget these festivals with Srila Gurudev. They were like a manifestation of the transcendental realm. And then Gurudev, all the different elements that made those festivals, then our hearts and minds forever connected with Srila Gurudev, like this Australian tune. Or the Pujpat Nemi Maharaj taking his violin and singing, Krishna is so wonderful, he fills my heart with joy to hear the pastimes of the most attractive little boy. Or when we hear Sarvabhauma sing the Saffron Robe song. One day I was walking down Limestone Road. We met a man in saffron robes. Prabhupada was his name. And he told us to chant the holy name. Like that, you know? All these songs, then automatically we remember Gurudev. We remember those festivals who were like out of this world. We can never forget these festivals, these wonderful meetings where Gurudev, he manifested that Gora Lila Katha, that Braja Katha, and where everybody who went there automatically became the best they could be. There was no fighting, there was no, everybody was at, the best in everybody came out in Gurudev's presence. So Gurudev had true magic touch. That is the true magic of Vaishnava, that he can transform the hearts, that he can transform a person. Everything that we have, that I think, at least I know, that is due to Srila Gurudev's mercy. Srila Gurudev came in my life and everything changed. There's whatever I can give now, whatever I have learned to be of assistance to others, all of that is there because Srila Gurudev has bestowed that upon us, has given those samskars, and that we can never forget Srila Gurudev, and that even if we have no taste, we have no desire, but still we can never give up Srila Gurudev. Still we can never give up this Krishna consciousness because of the deep samskars that Srila Gurudev has left in our hearts. So we have now today opportunity that we all share some of those experiences and some of our understanding of Guru Tattva and the glories of Srila Gurudev. So we would need many hours, maybe tomorrow more. So anyhow, that was my little introduction. And then I'd like to ask Sachi Devi that she speaks something about Srila Gurudev.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीलभक्तिवेदान्तनारायणीति नामिने वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपनुगप्रवरं व्रजरसरसिकं च नारायणं तं प्रपन्नं श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणपृष्ठे भूतले रूपनुगभक्तिदं च कृपामूर्तिं नारायणम् Vamrisha-Gopeshara-Veshatantikesi Seva-Dikani Guru-Nijapada-Padme Tasyam Anadangris. Nochmal. Vamrisha-Gopeshara Kananeshri. Ich weiß das immer, aber heute nicht. Vamrisha-Gopeshara Kananeshri. Und? Radha Sanuka Samsaktim Saki Sangani Vasinam Tamam Satatam Vande Guru Rupam Param Sakim Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ich bringe meine achtungsvollen Erbietung meinem spirituellen Meister dar, Nityalaya Pravishta Vishnupada Ashtotra Shatashi Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev, seinen geliebten Gottbrüdern Srila Bhaktivedanta Vamana, Srila Vikram Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Param Gurudev und der gesamten Rupanuga Guruvarga und allen anwesenden Gottbrüdern, Gottschwestern und all Vaishnavas from past, present and future. Just 1 month ago we celebrated Srila Gurudev's disappearance, but to not leave the impression on us that Srila Gurudev disappeared, he appeared today again, like after 1 month. One of our god sisters, she asked Gurudev, what will I do when you disappear from this world? And Gurudev answered, if you think I disappear, then I disappear. But when you think I am here with you, then I will be with you. So Srila Gurudev mercifully give us only 1 month impression that he disappeared, maybe. But as a Vaishnava saying, Prabhuji is saying, disappearance means appearing from distance. Like we know there is sun, now it's dark, we cannot see, but we know sun is in a distance, but sun is here in the universe. It will appear soon. So Srila Gurudev same, he's appearing on this dark Mauni Amavasya, as we heard today morning, to appear with the light and knowledge, the torchlight of the knowledge, which he is carrying from the Guru Parampara, this knowledge which is unchangeable and is absolute and is always there, and he is bringing to this world to give us the light, the proper understanding. I was reading, Prabhuji was saying about, it was very inspiring how he met Srila Gurudev first time. He was maybe 9 years old, 68 I think he met Srila Gurudev. And he was telling that Gurudev asked him if he knows some verses from Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhuji said, yes, I know. And then he repeated some, and then Gurudev asked him if he can give the explanation. And Prabhuji was giving some explanation, and Gurudev said, no, this is not good. Did you ever heard about Baladevidya Bhushan or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? And Prabhuji said, no, I never heard. So Gurudev gave an explanation to some of the verses, and then Prabhuji was very astonished, and he came home and said to his father, who was staunch Brahmana, and he didn't like Gaudiyas. So when he heard that explanation what Gurudev gave, he said, oh, what is this? This is not proper. You are from our caste and Brahmana, and this is very strange. We never learned like this. So he said another thing. Then Prabhuji went to Gurudev, and he spoke about his doubts, and Gurudev again explained him in a proper way. And Prabhuji was started to change his view and accepting that, but his father could not. But it was too late, because Gurudev was giving very strong injection and very powerful Harikatha and proper pure knowledge. And this is what Guru actually is giving. He's changing our view, and who are lucky, they can accept that. Guru is often, we heard these examples that Gurudev is like a gardener or like a doctor. He's cutting the misconceptions, and he's also growing the plants, the Bhaktilata plants. So the only thing, how to accept this, because as Gurudev, we see in the line of our acharyas, they have a specific understanding, and they are also they await something specific from us. And I was thinking, and then somehow I came across one story in Mahabharata. There was one small squirrel, squirrel, which was taking bath in water where when Yudhishthira Maharaj was doing yagya, then the guests were receiving some presents and prasad, and they washed their hands, and one small squirrel was taking bath there and turning all over all the time. So Yudhishthira Maharaj and Krishna, they saw it together and asked, and were wondering what's going on, what is wrong with this squirrel. And the squirrel, they asked it, and it said, I have little bit golden lines on my back, but I'm trying to get the gold more on my body. How is this? I came back from one poor Brahmana family, and they had very little foodstuffs. And one traveler came to this family and asked he's very hungry, and if they can give him some food to eat. So the family divided. They were 4 people, and each of them gave some portion of their food to this traveler. But it was not enough. He was still hungry. So until they gave him everything, then he was satisfied. And when he washed his hands, some of the water was falling on the back of the squirrel and became these golden lines on his back. So then this squirrel heard about the yagya of Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he was thinking, Yudhishthira Maharaj is very charitable person. I will go there and maybe I will get more gold on my back. But it didn't happen. He was rolling into water, which guests washed their hands, but nothing happened. And then Krishna explained, it is because Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is giving, but he still has a lot. And this family, they gave everything. They didn't keep anything for themselves. So therefore, it was like something special. This sacrifice is needed. What Sri Guru is waiting from a disciple, to give everything, not like keeping something or giving only a part or not really everything from what we have. In Mahabharata, there are other disciples also. Gurudevas spoke about this one guru, Damya Rishi, who had disciples, 3 disciples I heard about. Mostly we know these 2, Aruni and Upamanyu. Yeah, you know all these stories about Aruni, who was lying on the rice field, blocking the water, or Upamanyu, who was fasting, who was eating only what Guru allowed him. Actually, you know this story, no? About the cows. He had to go with cows, and first he was drinking milk, then he was taking the foam of the mouth, and then he took some poisonous plant, and then he became blind. But there was another 3rd disciple, which he was called Veda, and he was given service in the ashram of his guru, and he had to tolerate many things like cold and hot summer and hunger, thirst, and without any complaint. He was just going on, tolerating, serving, and then he became very qualified. Guru was so satisfied with him. He gave him all the knowledge he had himself, and he became a guru of Janamejai or somebody. I forgot, I think Janamejai. So these are like perfect examples in the scriptures, and actually this is what is what is expected from us also to such a level to become a disciple. But even we making many mistakes and we are not up to the standard. This is Guru's love, that he's still giving us chance and giving us all his affection and need what instruments that we can continue and try again and again. So I wanted to share you. I don't take so much time because more God brothers, God sisters want to say something also. Hare Krishna.
Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. O Gurudev Vyasa, and I'm praying from the core of my heart that with the salve of knowledge and with the instrument which is used in treating cataracts, you open my eyes which have been blinded by the darkness of ignorance. Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Iti Namine. And I offer my obeisances to the whole Guru Parampara, especially to the Rupa Guru Parampara, to all Vaishnavas and all God brothers and God sisters present. So. So, Lord Nityananda is the personification of the Sandhini potency, and he gives us spiritual existence. And Srila Gurudev is his assistant in this matter. And in this matter, special divine instruments are used, which are made visible on the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. There are sacred symbols which will help us very much. And Srila Gurudev, ich muss es ein bisschen kleiner stellen, Augenblick. Okay. And Srila Gurudev, as the representative and assistant of Lord Nityananda, he uses this divine instrument to help us or to make us realize our factual spiritual identity. One example of this sacred instrument is the Ankush. It's a very nice instrument, which is the elephant goat, which is and this this elephant goat is there to, if we begin to falter in our enthusiasm, then Gurudev, the Vaishnavas and Krishna, they may use this instrument to goad us forward to continue, even then if we don't have taste. So actually our process is, all Vaishnavas say, especially Rupa Goswami says, very sweet. But because of the disease of ignorance, which is likened to jaundice, this made this thing, which is likened to jaundice, which makes sweet things taste bitter, and then the process seems to us to be very bitter. So what is our process? The foremost or the most important anga of bhakti is the chanting of the holy name. And therefore, Rupa Goswami says in Upadeshamrita, Syat Krishna Nama Charita Risitapya Vidya Peto Patapta Rasanasya Narochikano Kintvadaranurinam Kalusaiva Chushta Svat Vikramat Bhavati Tat Gadamula Hantri. So, alas, those tongues who are afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, or in other words, those who are afflicted by the ignorance born of indifference toward Krishna since a time without beginning, cannot relish the nectarian names, form, qualities and pastimes of Sri Krishna, which are compared to the sweetest sugar candy. Instead, these attributes may taste bitter to them, but if with great faith one regularly takes this sugar candy of chanting and hearing these transcendental names, form, qualities and pastimes of Sri Krishna, it gradually becomes relishable to him and destroys the disease at the root, the jaundice of avidya or indifference to Krishna. In other words, one becomes spontaneously attracted or attached to Sri Krishna. The purport here is that bathing one's heart in the water of Shatabrahman flowing from the lotus mouth of Sri Gurudev precedes this kind of chanting. So, hearing is the basis from which proper chanting comes. So, Nideham adyam sulabam sudolabam plabam sukalpam gurukanadadam mayanukulena nabasmateritam puman babaptim nataretsa atmaha. This verse comes from Srimad Bhagavata, and it tells us the human body, which can award the ultimate benefit of life, is automatically attained by the laws of nature, although it is very rarely achieved. This human body is a perfectly constructed boat. Even a sickly body, even a lame body, even a blind body, crooked or twisted body, whatsoever, the human body is a perfectly constructed boat. The Guru is the captain, sadhu sanghas are the sails and the instructions of Krishna in form of Harikatha and Shastra are the favorable winds compelling this boat towards spiritual perfection. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize this human life to cross over the vast ocean of material existence and attain the ultimate perfection of pure bhakti must be considered the killer of his own soul. It's an interesting, the soul is eternal, cannot be killed, but it can be killed. Now I have a question. If the perfectly constructed boat is there, if the captain is there, and if the instructions of Krishna are there, which are the favorable winds, which is compelling the boat towards spiritual perfection, but the boat has no sails, will the boat move forward over this vast ocean of material existence? No, it will not. It will not. Imagine the sails boat, if you have only the masts without sails, important thing to do. So now I want to cite one quote of Srila Prabhuji, because that was as I came to Vrindavan, I was invited to Vrindavan to come to Prabhuji, and then the first class he gave was from Bhajan Rahasya, and he gave this quote, which I find very inspiring. Therefore, you must take shelter with determination and with a very strong vow, and that whatever happens, I will take shelter of the lotus feet of the pure devotees, the Shuddha Bhaktas. Develop this attitude of do or die. I must do this. Understand this secret and become determined. Take a sankalpa. Then, grihanam galitam maya. Then I will help you in all matters. When you endeavor to take shelter of the devotees and try to follow their path, then Krishna says, I will empower you. So, now let us go back to remember the sacred symbol of the elephant goat. That whenever we may not be full of enthusiasm, for example, for hearing from the lotus mouth of a pure devotee, then we meditate on the goat and we pray, please discipline me. This is the prayer of a disciple. Let me be disciplined. So, Guru Kanadaram. Guru is the captain of the ship in spiritual life, and he is also the twister of the ear. Guru Kanadaram. Guru is the chastiser, harder than a thunderbolt and softer than a rose. If he is only sweet and soft, then we will never learn. We will never make progress. There's a very nice verse, which I try to learn. Jetzt ist es weg. Sorry. Okay. Jetzt bin ich in der falschen Klasse. Okay. Vrajat apikatorani mriduni kusumatapi lokotaranam chetangsi konu vigyatum ishvara. Who can comprehend the heart of exalted transcendental personalities whose nature are harder than a thunderbolt and more tender than roses. Another example of these transcendental instruments to help devotees to attain spiritual perfection is the lotus. The lotus is on the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda 2 times. On the same place, it's there. And this sign symbolizes the power of the goddess of fortune. It bestows all auspiciousness, all benedictions, all powers, and all blessings. And it also symbolizes the need for spiritual greed. Tatramaulyam ekna. Moment, kommt gleich. Tatra laulyam apimulyam ekalam. If you want to progress in spiritual life and to relish Krishna Bhakti Ras, then the mellow of sweet loving devotional service, also sweet love and relation with Krishna, we meditate upon the lotus and pray for spiritual greed. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati Kriyatam Yadi Kotopi Labhyati Tatalalyamapi Mulyam Mekalam Janma Koti Sukritai Nalapyati. O man of virtue, if consciousness which is infused with the mood of the gopis' love for Krishna is available anywhere, then buy it at once without delay. The only price to get it is lolyam, an intense longing to obtain Brajabhav. Without this divine greed, it cannot be obtained even by performing pious activities, means Kama Mishra Bhakti or Vaidhi Bhakti for millions of births. And we have here one very nice verse also. Wie geht die Melodie? Wie geht die Melodie von diesen CC-Versen? Schnell? Ist immer dieselbe, nicht? Mahat Kripa Vina Kona Kama Bhakti Nai Krishna Bhakti Dura Rahu Samsaranai Krishai. Unless a person is blessed by an exalted saint, none of the activities he performs can be considered to be bhakti. What to say of attaining Krishna Bhakti? It is impossible for him even to extricate himself from material existence. To this verse, Srila Gurudev gives a personal little purport. The purport is, he says, that one cannot even become free from anarchas without the mercy of Sri Guru. What to speak of attaining Guru Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti or Bhav. So, then there is another very nice sign on the lotus foot of Lord Nityananda. This is the fish, Matsya. This is a prayer. Oh Lord Nityananda, let my mind be fixed, not wavering or fickle, being fickle like a fish. Rather let it be fixed on your lotus feet. And may my heart always be full of ras, devotional moods. May my heart be a reservoir of devotion. Then your lotus feet will always be there because your feet are lotus-like and are therefore always connected to the water. So Shastra is told Guru is described like the water. And Krishna is described to be the sun. And the living entities, the soul, is described to be the lotus. So, and it's said that the lotus on the land will dry up under the scorching heat of the sun. This means that we cannot approach Krishna directly, but we must go through the bhakta, through the devotee. And that bhakta is also compared to the water in a reservoir, and there the lotus will blossom to his full potential in his eternal relationship to Krishna as his eternal servant, as his eternal associate. And we can achieve this state of fully blossomed consciousness by always staying in this water, which means the association of pure devotees. So here, behind the idea of the fish is also a certain type of symbology. Oh, like Nityananda, we always want to be like a fish in the water of the association of devotees who are your followers, and we don't want to be the lotus on the dry land, and there your lotus feet will always be present. The lotus cannot grow in the desert. It will dry up there. Srila Gurudev has given us Prabhuji to make sure that we will become this very beautiful, fully blossomed lotus. That is Srila Gurudev's greatest mercy and kindness. Now, what should we do? Let us not forget that we are lotuses. Hare Krishna. All grace to Srila Gurudev. Okay? That's the mercy of Khasik Mohan Babu. He is enlightened and bring our mind.
Yes, no problem.
One can understand one's progress in bhakti by the degree of one's sadhu sangha.
Degree. Das Maß an Satsanga, das wir haben, zeigt das Maß unseres Fortschritts.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-Jnana-Shalakaya Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Before I begin to speaking, I offer my humble obeisance to my beloved Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, all Vaishnavas, all Acharya Rupanga Guru Varga, all Vaishnavis and Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis and all devotee. Today, very auspicious day, appearance day for Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I want to tell something. I want to give some example about Acharya, about high class devotee. So I tell about one story who happened very long time ago in one town, and I don't know what is the name of the town, but the time exists, I think. It was one person who borrow money at what is this? At Invest, and live for this. I don't know English moment. Okay. He borrow money, and time to time I go to another village and take the invest from this what he borrow from the people. One day he was on the journey to another village, and he take one porter with him because he had many books to take. It was very not easy to carry the books. So the porter helped him and carry the books with him. He leaves this place where he live, and the midday. The village was about 4-5 kilometer distance from this, and he take about 1 hour to going, because he has no bicycle or no horse, yes, no horse. So you're walking, yes. Also explaining is also because he was very miserly, because have nothing. So this man who helped him was very cheap, so have give him not so much money. And the evening time he reached another village, and he was to take a rest over the night, and next day he want to go to the village people and take the money, because he have a list in the books, exactly who have some who must give him money back. But he is thinking, when the man is in, when I need this, I don't need this man who is actually with me. It is like assistant because I must paying him for the night or like this for the sleeping. So he would lose the man. What lose? What is this? Let him go. Let him go. Yeah. So the man. So I was sleeping, and the next day he was going to the people and taking money. And when somebody had no money, so and take a cow like this, pig or like this. So the man was not very. The people don't like this man. Now after this work, when he must go back to home, he need also one person, and he's thinking, no, this man I don't need, so I take one man from these people, from this village people. After this working, after this business, he want to take some people from this village, but nobody want to go with him. Because nobody like him, normal. So he was in complot, because the way was not so far. It was only 5 kilometers like this, 1 hour. But the evening coming, and when an evening going, the Dakots like this, and somebody I have some money, or cow and like this. So he was a little in panic. But on the this is Greek, I don't know. It so happened that somebody is coming, who not belong to this association from the village, because the village people actually every know about another people, because small village. So when one people say yes, I can go, so another people was cooking and problem, So nothing want to go with him. So another person is coming and hearing what is the problem, and hearing this, the man needs somebody to take your luggage or some books, to another village, and say no problem, because I had no relation with another people, because we're not from this village. So I can go with you. I can take you, stuff. So the man thinking, maybe I must pay too much. Problem. Other man told him, no problem. I take only 1 paisa. I don't know how much 1 paisa does. And rupee is maybe too much, but 1 paisa, very little money. So the rich man thinking, I don't know this man. I don't know. How can I take this man? But had not another possibility, because nobody want to go. So thinking, I take this man for 1 paisa. But the man takes. I have 1. What is 1 moment? 1. What? 1 condition. Yes, exactly, 1 condition. This is a story, this condition is, on the 1 condition, and then man, what's the condition? What is your condition? When we going back, though we cannot speaking about worldly things. No possible. I cannot speak about worldly things. I can speaking only about God. Yeah. As is so, you can speaking about God, or I can speaking, No problem, but not worldly things, nor about God. So the man is thinking, no, I make business my whole life. I cannot speak about God. I do nothing. I know nothing about this. How can I speaking about this? So I must be silenced maybe, but I don't know. So the man take him, no problem. You can only going, and I can speaking. You can only hearing, no problem, No, then okay, are we going? 1 hour was the way, and after 1 hour he reached this place, and the rich man give him 1 paisa, yes. But he's thinking, I give him 1 paisa, maybe it's not too much, maybe I give him 2, maybe, yes. Yeah, I have much money, because he nicely speaking, very interesting, very nice, and he was hearing, 1 hour about God. That's very good. I'm happy. I can give you a little more, and make a proposition. You can become 2 paisa. And the man says, no, 1 is enough. I don't want money. I told you 1, and I know only 1. Yes. But I must saying you very important, And the rich man is thinking, what important? So I'm poor man, had nothing. I have little money. How can man speaking to me and tell me something? This is not possible. Yeah? But you must be careful. You must very be patient. Very careful hearing. What I speak. You can speak, but what is the new? The new is not good for you. I must tell you that in 8 days you leave this body. What? Yes, in 8 days. This is no Maharaja Pariksit. No, this is no Sukatas Goswami. This is another story. But you take him. In 8 days you leave this body. So the man was shocking. What is problem? But first time I'm thinking maybe this I lie or lying this man or they're not true. But after 1 hour he was thinking, no, the man is really speaking very nice, and he must be liking this problem, God's problem or God's topic. He's very good. So maybe like this. And the man tell me, in 8 days you leave this body, but it's not all what I want to told you, and you must be hearing carefully, what I speaking to you. When you leave this body, sorry, I must looking because my English. This is only English, just because I have problem. Worst problem I have. Moment. Auto. Yes, this is a client divagation because this problem, intelligent problem. I cannot learn English language, so I don't know why. I take my spiritual master. She's very intelligent, and I must learn in the future. But now I have a problem. Now I.
Sprich doch einfach auf Deutsch und erzähl den Jungs dann, wie die Geschichte ausgegangen ist.
Du kennst die Geschichte? Kennst du das?
Nein, ich höre sie jetzt von dir. Und dann kann ich es den Jungs erzählen, wie es ausgegangen ist.
Ja, du kennst
Sprich
das.
einfach auf Deutsch.
Ach ja, du kennst die Geschichte. No, and when we leave this body, when you verlässt das Körper, dann you gehst und bist du von einem Richter gestellt. Und der Richter fragt, give you two questions, 2 Fragen, ja. Erste Frage, das ist, ob du möchtest jetzt in die Hölle gehen, oder du möchtest also noch eine andere Möglichkeit ist, diese eine Stunde, was du hast mit einem Mann, bist du mit einem Mann gewesen? Okay, mit einem Mann gewesen, oder willst du das eine Stunde jetzt gebrauchen oder später? Was möchtest du jetzt? Jetzt diese, wie sagt man, für seine alle Taten, du hast alles schlecht gemacht für die Leute und so weiter, hast du Geld genommen und so weiter. Das war ein Leben einfach nicht besonders wertvoll. Dann möchtest du einfach in die Hölle gehen für diese ganze Sache, oder jetzt möchtest du eine Stunde nutzen. Da hat er überlegt. Der Mann hat ihm vorher gesagt, habe ich vergessen auch. Der Mann hat ihm gesagt, vorher, wenn du vor dem Richter gehst, der sagt einfach, dass du nicht in die Hölle gehen wolltest. Du möchtest diese eine Stunde jetzt benutzen, also jetzt gebrauchen. Und dann kannst du gehen, und dann gehst du in die Hölle. Dann hat er gesagt, no, ich möchte nicht in die Hölle gehen, ich möchte diese eine Stunde jetzt nutzen. Geben Sie mir diese eine Stunde. Hat gesagt, okay, nimm du eine Stunde, dann gehst du zum Himmel. Für die eine Stunde. Der Mann mit ihm gesprochen, das war ein Heiliger, nicht? Und als er ihm hat gesagt, und nach einer Stunde kommst du wieder zu mir. Und dann gehst du in die Hölle, nicht? Und dann geht dann ist in eine Richtung gegangen, wo er Richtung zum Himmel, ja, bei einer goldenen Treppe, ja, schön, alles wunderschön. Und dann kommt er auf eine schöne Wiese. Aber waren keine Leute da eigentlich. Schönes, die Vögel haben sowas, schöne Vögel und alles war so, wie sagt man das, nur Atmosphäre, alles rein und sauber und so weiter. No. Wasserflüsse und so weiter, Bächlein, sowas. No, und guckt einfach alles, sagt man, aber guck mal, so unter einem Baum sitzt eine Person sitzt unter einem Baum und sagt, oh, wer ist das? Ich gehe zu ihm, ich möchte mit ihm sprechen, nicht? Und gehe zu der Person, da guckt er und das ist der Heilige, mit dem er gesprochen hat, ja. Und hat, oh, du bist hier auch? Ja, ich bin ein Heiliger, ich kann mit dem Mantra vor verschiedenen Planeten bewegen, ja. Und ich bin jetzt da. Und was hat der Richter gesagt? Ja, er hat gesagt, ich kann in den Himmel gehen, daher bin ich da. Dann sitz mal doch bei mir und dann ich werde dir weiter über Gott erzählen, you know? Du musst hören. Und hat er wieder diese eine Stunde über Gott gesprochen. Ja? Nach einer Stunde, Zeit ist abgelaufen, er muss zurück. Dann sagt er, ich muss mich verabschieden, sorry, ich muss gehen. Hat verabschieden und geht wieder zurück zu dem Richter. Der Richter sagte, ja, ich weiß, no, du hast mit dem Heiligen wieder eine Stunde über Gott gesprochen. Da muss ich dir 100 Stunden geben dafür. Ja, 100 Stunden für diese eine, ja. No, jetzt hat er eine Stunde wieder gesprochen. Hat für diese Stunde im Himmel bekommt er 100 Stunden. Ja, ist klar. Ja, mehr. Und da der Richter dachte, wenn er geht wieder in den Himmel und spricht mit dem Mann, dann muss ich ihm wieder 10.000 geben. Ja, ich spreche über Gott, ja, natürlich. Wieder 100 Stunden, dann muss ich ihm verdoppelt oder sowas mehr geben. Das hat gesagt, dann hat er meinem was ist das? No. Meine Macht, hat meine Macht bis man entkommen. Ich kann mit ihm nicht sagen, ich kann nicht Hölle gehen. So hat ihm gesagt, ja, ich sehe, du kannst nicht Hölle gehen. Du bist immer im Himmel jetzt. Wie hast du das erreicht? Dass du mit einer Stunde mit einem Heiligen gewesen bist, also hast du einfach dem richtigen, wie sagt man das, Lebensstrafe, kann man sagen. Lebensstrafe, bist du entkommen. Und das ist Ende der Geschichte. Das ist einfach so, dass wir sprechen immer, dass eine Stunde mit einem Menschen, die einfach von einem hohen Rang ist. Was bedeutet? Das bedeutet, wir wissen natürlich nicht, was bedeutet, aber das bedeutet sehr viel. Wir haben eine Geburt, wir sind geboren, nicht? Und wir haben Familie. Wir haben Schwester, Bruder und so weiter, Mutter, Vater. Aber diese Beziehung zwischen Familie ist nicht gut. Ja? Wir kennen nicht den Bruder und die Schwester. Das ist eine familiäre Beziehung. Und wir brauchen mehr. Ja? Dann suchen wir weiter, ja? Dann heiraten wir oder sowas. Und dann gehen wir irgendwas. Aber wir sind nicht so glücklich. Dann kommt zum Beispiel der Fall, dass treffen wir einen Mann, der einfach könnte uns eine Einweihung geben. Und diese Einweihung, das ist eine Einweihung, die hat mit dem Familienleben nichts zu tun. Das spirituelle Weg und spirituelle Einweihung, das ist something different. Und hat nichts zu tun mit dem Bodenverwandtschaft, also mit dem Körperverwandtschaft. Kennt ihr eine Bedeutung von Kula Guru? Kula Guru heißt das. Kula Guru in Indien, das ist ein Guru, der ist verantwortlich für die Familie. Heißt Kula Guru, habe ich nicht gewusst. Habe ich heute gelesen. Und Kula Guru bei unserer Gurudev, das war auch ein Kula Guru für die ganze Familie. Und eines Tages der Guru von der Familie hat gesagt, ich habe einen Sohn, der ist auch so Brahmin. Ich bin ein bisschen alt und ich muss mich ein bisschen Abstand nehmen. Aber der Junge kann das weitermachen. Ich könnte eine Einweihung von dem Jungen nehmen. Und er konnte sein Leben weiterführen. Der Gurudev war misstrauisch. Ich habe gesagt, er weiß es nicht. Und der Junge ist gekommen, nicht? Und sagte ihm, möchtest du eine Einweihung haben? Gurudev sagt, ja, ich möchte dir ein paar Fragen stellen, weil das ist normal, wenn man nimmt eine Einweihung, dann möchte seinen Guru kennenlernen. Ja? Und hat ihm eine Frage gestellt, was ist Initiation, was ist Einweihung? Einweihung ist, hat gesagt, dass man, was hat er gesagt, dass, ich vergessen, aber hat eine Frage geantwortet, hat gesagt, ganz einfach, das ist man wird einfach im Leben einfach sein Leben einfach ein bisschen streng halten, sozusagen. Und man muss einfach Charakter stärken und so weiter. Gurudev war nicht zufrieden mit dieser Antwort. Hat gesagt, nee, das ist ein bisschen anders. Ich denke, das ist nicht die andere komplett. Und hat ihm gesagt, hast du über spirituelle Anwendung gehört, über Divya Gyan? Da hat der Junge gesagt, Nee, das weiß ich nicht. Dann kann ich Sie sagen, spirituelle Einweihung, das ist eine Einweihung, die man nimmt einfach, um seine spirituelle Vorschrift zu machen. Und diese Einweihung, das heißt, jede Person oder jede Jiva oder jede Seele, wenn man diese Einweihung, dann hat eine Beziehung mit dem höchsten Herr, Ja. Und diese Beziehung ist verschiedene Weise. Es kann ein Freund sein, und so weiter, nicht ein Freund oder ein Diener oder ein Vater, Mutter und so weiter, und Liebhaber. Und hat ihm gesagt, das ist eine Sache. Zweite Sache, ich möchte Sie fragen, ich habe gesehen, du rauchst. Ja, ich rauche. No, das ist ein bisschen komisch, weißt du, ich rauche nicht, also das ist der zweite Punkt, na gut, kannst du rauchen, aber nicht in meiner Gemeinschaft, you know. So, und dann hat ihm das gesagt über diese Beziehung, was man braucht, einfach, wenn man eine spirituelle Einweihung nimmt. Und da kommt nächste Frage, hat ihm gefragt, wie ist das mit der Beziehung, wenn man nicht spirituelle Einweihung, da wie ist das mit der Beziehung mit der Familie, wie ist mit der Beziehung mit der Familie, wie kann man das einfach zusammen, wie sagt man das, binden, wenn zum Beispiel Familie nimmt eine Einweihung von einem Guru, nicht? Wie zum Beispiel Dhruva Maharaj und Prahlad Maharaj, Narada Muni, nicht? Und Einweihung zum Beispiel von Dasharat, Kaushalya, Sumitra und Kartikeyi haben Einweihung von Vasishtha Rishi genommen. Was ist mit der Familie zum Beispiel? Da sind doch Bruder und Schwester, Gottbruder und Gottschwester, wie das kann man sein? Ja, wenn das, ja, Gottbruder und Gottschwester, das hat auf einem Niveau, ja? Er konnte es auch nicht beantworten. Er hat gesagt, Gurudev, das ist nicht der Issue, das ist nicht das Problem, because Body und Körper, das sind so verschiedene Sachen. Wenn man nimmt spirituelle Einweihung, diese Beziehung zum Körper existiert nicht mehr. Das heißt, man geht in die Richtung. Das heißt, wenn wir Einweihung nehmen von Gurudev, dann sollen wir einfach Einweihung mit der Familie beenden. Aber natürlich, es ist so schwierig. Wir haben die Neigung einfach, diese Beziehung zu haben. Aber natürlich, wir brauchen die Beziehung nicht mehr. Wenn man zum Beispiel möchte wirklich in die spirituelle Sache vorgeschritten sein. Das heißt, es bedeutet nicht, man muss nicht schlecht verstehen, wenn man zum Beispiel spirituelle Einweihung nimmt, dass man heißt, keine Beziehung mit meiner Mutter, Vater und so weiter. Oder zum Beispiel schlecht denken zum Beispiel, oder man sagt, ich brauche dieses Menschen nicht mehr, ich bin jetzt spirituell. Ja, dann, das ist nicht wichtig, ja. Aber das ist nicht der Fall. Man muss das nicht sagen einfach. Das heißt, wenn man das nimmt, das heißt, das Herz muss ihn an eine Richtung nehmen. Aber die Beziehung, wie sagt man das, diese Ehre für Eltern, das muss immer bleiben. Warum? Weil wir sind zum Beispiel, wir sind in diesem Körper verbunden. Es ist Körper und Seele zusammen. Deshalb, wir müssen akzeptieren, was zum Body gehört, zur Seele gehört, und wir müssen akzeptieren, zu dem Körper gehört. Wir können das nicht trennen, das ist einfach eine Sache. Wir können nur eine Richtung nehmen zum Beispiel, aber wir können das nicht trennen. Nur wenn wir so einfach, so vorgeschritten sind, dass wir zum Beispiel dieses Niveau erreichen wie unsere Gurudev, dann das ist ein bisschen was anderes. Und dann kann man natürlich, aber man kann so sagen, ich bin nicht geboren, das kann man nicht sagen. Die Geburt ist immer da. Diese Sache einfach zu abschließen, zu beenden, da war der junge Brahmin geschämt und hat sich verabschiedet und einfach nie wieder gekommen. Es ist wieder eine Story. aber die Story passiert. Das hat Madhav Maharaj geschrieben in seinem Buch. Habe ich gelesen. Und das ist die wirkliche Story, was Gurudev hat erlebt. Ja, man einfach, Gurudev war auf jedem Moment, war einfach lebensbewusst oder gottbewusst. Das ist so, was zum Beispiel bei uns passiert nicht. Wir sind in eine Tradition ausgewachsen, zum Beispiel hier in Europa. Wir haben keine eigentlich richtige Verbindung zu dem Gott. Wir haben alles, wie sagt man das, geerbt von anderen Religionen, von anderen Nationen. Wir haben keine Religion eigentlich. Alles, was zum Beispiel wir weitermachen, das ist entweder eine Religion von Alten Testament, also katholische Religion oder zum Beispiel andere Religionen. Das alles kommt von diesem Osten, ja. Unsere Kultur ist nicht so alt und vorher war das nur Wälder und durch die Wälder und durch die Auen man wandert, aber das war eine andere Sache. Und wir müssen einfach, wenn wir wollen unser Leben ändern, ja, dann sollen wir einfach den Weg, was eine so Persönlichkeit wie Gurudev einfach uns vorgeschlagen einfach gehen. Es ist nicht so einfach, weil, wie gesagt, dieses Sambandha, was soll hier sein, es ist sehr schwierig zu erreichen, weil spirituelles Leben ist wie das, wir können das nicht sehen, ja. Auch, man sagt, man muss einfach das spirituelle Leben, man sagt praktizieren und dann, wenn man etwas wieder mal praktizieren, wie kann man das einfach wahrlich oder in Wirklichkeit erleben, was zum Beispiel gesagt werde oder gesagt wird. Sehr schwierig einfach. Wir kennen das momentan, nur wenn man eine Stufe erreicht, dass man zum Beispiel herzreinigt und so weiter und dann wenn man geht in die Richtung und ist entschlossen, einfach weiterzumachen, dann kann Gurudev durch seine Barmherzigkeit ihm mehr offenbaren und das kann er ein bisschen mehr wissen durch diese Beziehung und kann man erfolgreich sein auf deinem spirituellen Pfad. Ich wünsche euch alles Gute. Ich bin auf dem Weg mit alle zusammen und ich hoffe, wir erreichen das, was wir wollen und wir werden happy sein. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyascha patitam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Bam
Hare
Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj ki Srila Gurudev ki Srila Gurudev Bhaktavandav ki Srila Vyavastiti Mahamahotsav ki Srila Gurudev Parshadavind ki Jai Nitarila Pavishtamista Bhadistota Satashishiman Bhaktivedanta Srila Vami Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Pavishtamista Bhadistota Satashishiman Bhaktivedanta Tivikam Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Tedina Pavishtamista Padistutta Satashishiman Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Tedina Pavishtamista Padistutta Satashishiman Bhakti Pagyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Parameshti Gurudev ki Jai. Paramahansa Srila Gokishodas Bhakti Maharaj ki Jai. Sachidananda Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya Bhag ki Jai. Shri Upanuga Guru Bhag ki Jai. Shri Srila Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Prem se Guru Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasa Gaur Bhaktavinda ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Maya Pradhan ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Guru Bikugunan Radhasamanatmaka Shri Patsamandala ki Jai. Shama Kunna Radha Kunna Mana Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Ju ki Jai. Bhakta Vika Vinashina Shri Nrsimha Dev ki Jai. Bhakta Pavara Shri Parat Maharaj ki Jai. Sarva Sampadaya ki Jai. Agamat Raj Shri Chaitanya ki Jai. Ananda Shakamata Samuha ki Jai. Shri Bhakta Bhandav ki Jai. Shri Giridhari Gautyamat ki Jai. Shri Keshav Shri Gautyamat ki Jai. Shri Radharaman Bihari Gautyamat ki Jai. Jai Shri Mayapur Seva-Ashram ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Kantarat Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavind ki Jai. Shri Mauni Amavasya ki Jai. Shri Shankamadev ki Jai. Samagra Bhaktavind ki Jai. Shri Gaur Premanande Krishna Bhakti Padide Sarvatayi Namo Vanchakalpatruvacha Kripa Sindhu Vaivata Paritanam Pavanekyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. All Vaishnavas, meine Dank Pranams. Krishna. Oh. chantet das jeden Tag. Ich hab's noch nie gehört. Da können wir schon anfangen.
Ja, ich fange jetzt auch an.
Das ist so schön hier. Das ist der goldene Sport. Das ist ein Fest, oder? Hast du das?
Konfettikanone.
Die Silvesterknaller.
Ich habe nicht gewusst, wie das funktioniert. Aber dann ist da kein Gurudevas. Was passiert?
Die hat schon mal skaliert, wollen mich jetzt verprügeln oder was?
Ja, ich muss auch gedacht, das sind das.
Mit der
Du musst
Rute.
das langsam immer wieder benutzen.
Ja, bestimmt.